Red Rose. Hello, Sonia. Someone asked me how to change a, a road, a root belief. Can I say being aware of it in tapping? Yes, because root beliefs are not head beliefs. They're assumptions in the nervous system. They're a collection of predefined reactive patterns, right? So at that level, there it's way deeper than a belief up here. So what has to happen is that which created the assumption was the experience of a certain kind of danger in the environment. The environment was threatening. And so it created sets of behavior, reactive patterns, completely, without you thinking about it. um, I mean, you didn't participate in it. It just made these reactive patterns. It's like the way when you learn to ride a bike, it was a conscious choice on your part to get on the bike, but it was the nervous system that learned how to do it, not you, right? Prior, sorry, I didn't mute the mic in time. Prior to you even consciously participating in it, the nervous system is constantly just creating behaviors to keep you safe in the environment. Right? So what you need to do is create the safe environment. Show it that there's a safe environment now. That's what tapping does. It communicates safety through touch, so that even if you're in the midst of an intense feeling, if simultaneously you're getting this message that it's safe, it has to reconcile those two messages. It has to, because the environment's different. Prior to that, it was always getting the message, it's dangerous, it's dangerous, it's dangerous, so it knew what to do. But if all of a sudden it's dangerous, wait a minute, something's saying it's safe. That's what opens up the space. That's why this is so effective. That's why I use it so much. So changing a root belief is you don't even have to be aware of what the root belief is, because that's really the mind trying to take control over it. Believe me, what it was something wasn't safe. And to change a root belief, you must create a safe environment within you. You must become totally safe. And that'll do it. You won't even have to, you may not even know what that belief was. Oftentimes you don't. You don't need to. If it needs to tell you, it'll tell you. If it doesn't, fine. Do you care? It's not analysis. Your mind doesn't have to be flattered. Thank you. I don't need you right now. Right? If I need you, I'm sure the system can project images into the mind so that I can see them. It's a beautiful, beautiful structure. Mary Sykes, thank you, EP, for clarification on root beliefs. I would love to understand more about them. Well, bear in mind that, as I was just saying to Isabel, the primary root belief arose from the trauma of it not being safe to be yourself. And so when that happens, and I become disconnected from my true nature, which is what the soul is. It's not a thing. It's what you are. It's the reality of you. It's your true being, your true nature. It has to create a front, a ruse, a persona to present to the environment in order to get the needs met. Right? When it does that, it needs a reference point, because this is gone. The real you is gone. It's buried. It's out of sight, right? The nervous system has to look for a center, a reference point. Who am I? Who is this? And in that moment, it decides, I am the body. And at that moment, all the limitations of the body, the destiny of the body, the problems of the body, the fears of the body become my destiny, my fear, right? Because this sense of self has to anchor itself somewhere, because it's completely made up, right? It's got to have a reference point. And the real reference point is not available. It's buried. It's disconnected. It's out there somewhere. So it has to have one because it is totally fictitious. It grabs onto something. I am the body. And then out of that, the sense of identity and ego develops and develops and develops and develops and develops until it becomes a whole way of being, until something in us begins to go, why do I feel so constricted? Why do I feel like a whale in a swimming pool? Why do I reach for something that I want and I can't get it? We start questioning that. And in the beginning, that questioning is just, I'm going to try to fix myself. Okay, I got these problems, I have to fix it. But if you follow them deeply enough, you'll find that what is there is the limitation is the identification with this fictitious person that was created as a reaction and was never you in the first place. And so it won't matter how much self-help you do on it, how much personal development, how much meditation, how much spiritual practice. You can't make that which isn't you into you. And so instead, all of the attention turned towards away from who I thought I was to the path of discovering who I actually am. And that doesn't need self-help. It doesn't need improving. It doesn't need to find its worth or its value. It's inherent. And then you discover the most magnificent thing of all, and that is you are the infinite self. You are the I am. You are the infinite being. You are Shiva being. You are Shiva. You are Brahma. You are Buddha. The most magnificent discovery, where we thought maybe we just discover somebody who is better, we find God.